So, first of all, thank you for being present for the call. I think the others will come later. Yeah, but we need to go and start now for before we are late because we have a lot of pairs to look at. I will go on I'll go on the chart. First of all, before we do that, let's go on the calendar. Okay. I know I don't trade fundamentals, but it's always important to look at Forex Factory news calendar. Okay. The news calendar will help you understand what day you can trade or not. Because you have certain informations here. Um, Let me write it here. You have NFC, FOMC, some GDP sometime, but most of it it's NFP and CPI. Yeah, CPI must be the first one. Okay. When you see this type of news on a pair or an asset, you should be careful because these are the type of news that will make the market go crazy. Okay, on a lower time frame. So sometimes it's better not to be in a trade or avoid getting in a trade before this news. So let's look at the calendar now. Okay, we have on CAD we have a CPI month by month. On Tuesday we also had just CPI year by year. On USDCAD will be new. There'll be very big movements on Tuesday. USDCAD is a dollar, USD dollar, and Canadian dollar. We will watch it closely. And then you have on Wednesday, you again have the Bank of Canada rate statement that will come out, and that will also complete the move here that we have here. But you can see on GBP we have a CPI year by year. This could probably move the market too. They are expecting the forecast in the previous is the same level, so whatever we have on the actual when the information come out, okay, it will give us idea if the price will move up or down. And we also have the FOMC on USD on Wednesday. We have what again? Okay, the MPS here on Thursday for the GBP, and yeah, Bank of Japan on Friday. So you can see it's a very active week. We have some moves, but the thing is we are going to choose certain pairs like Euro USD, USDCHF. You see, only on Wednesday you are not gonna have dangerous trade. So I think it's a good thing for us to focus on those. We're gonna choose USDCAD first, because USDCAD after Tuesday and Wednesday, we can have the whole week will continue the trend that will start here. So the reversal of USDCAD and GBPUSD will happen on Tuesday and Wednesday. Okay, we already have two there, and then we can see here we have USD JPY on Friday, but we don't trade a news on Friday, right? So let's go now on the chart. Let's go on the chart. Here, I'm going to choose, I like more the dark skin theme, but now we are used to this one, so I'm just gonna use the white one. Okay, let's start with USDCAD. I'm gonna look for USDCAD. Where is USDCAD? It's here. Put it on the top, right below DXY. So the goal here for those who are here for the first time is to analyze the charts of different pairs so we can anticipate what will come next week. That's what we're going to do here. We go on weekly time frame and we have a process. I know everybody know how I go by doing that. If you come on the DXY here, remove all drawings, we have certain rules according to what we see here. We have the candle. Okay, we have, let me draw this. Let's just imagine this is a candle, right? A red candle. I'm going to pull this like this. Okay, imagine this is a red candle. We have a wick here and a wick here. So how did this candle form? You see candles, right? But you don't know how they formed. On the lower time frame, what you have to see, it's an opening price. So you have open, then price create the highest price here. Then you have the H, then price came down, created the lowest point, and then closed here. So you have the open, high, low, close. So if the market opens here on the lower time frame, imagine this is a daily candle, right? When the price opens here, it will first do everything to create the highest point. Okay, and when I say that, I don't mean that the highest point must be very far. No, the highest points will be somewhere that is reasonable, and most of it is because of how price will react to price action of the previous candles. So if you see the highest point form, then price start to drop, we come and create the lowest point, and then we come and close here. If you take this, okay, let me put it here. This is the same candle, but one is on the daily time frame, and the other one, you looked at it on the 15 or 5-minute time frame. So what you need to understand here is the candle formation is important. Why? Because when price opens and then goes up, if it's a weekly candle, that could be Monday move, and then this could be Tuesday, and then this could be Wednesday, this could be Thursday, and this could be Friday. This is how the candle forms. Okay, and this could just be a simple candle like this with a long wick and here, you see? So you can have a daily candle or a 15-minute time frame structure, but they look and they mean the same, because the highest point is the highest point, the open is the open, the lowest point is the lowest point, and the close is the close. Same thing, okay? So you need to understand that this is a very important thing. And now, second thing about guessing or predicting the next week, because it's not prediction, we're just anticipating. Once the first candle closes like this, and then you have a second candle opens at the same level, start going lower, come back up, and then come again, created a high point, and then close here. As soon as we close in a breakout like this, in our approach, we're going to target this low here. So if this was Monday and this was Tuesday, now on Wednesday you are targeting this. Where did we close? We closed it here. So if we need to go down here, it means we're going to create a bearish candle, right? And if we're trying to create a bearish candle, then we need to expect price to create the highest point first and then come lower, maybe to close like this. Or sometimes price can open, reach the goal, and then continue higher. When it does this, now you will have a green candle like this on the next day, and this green candle will be a sign that price has reversed. You can sweep here, touch the goal that we had, and then come and close bullish. When price close bullish like this, okay, it means tomorrow we are trying to have a reversal now. we change direction, we close inside or above this, but as soon as we change direction, it means next time we expect to see now a bullish candle. And that's how price forms everywhere you can see here. But these are just basic and generic rules. We have exceptions. Sometimes you can have bullish, and then price reverse. Why? Because we came inside of a fair value gap. For example, this is one of the exceptions. Okay, or sometimes you can have price create a low did not close below, it already looked like a reversal, but it stayed a bearish candle. And then when we start going this, okay, we can say price will close bullish next time, but we know we have a fair value gap. So price did touch our highest point, but reversed. And now next day, what do we have? Bearish. Okay, so if you, let's imagine you have one good trade counts for $3. Okay, $3. Every loss counts for $1. If you go now, you lose $1. Okay, you lose again. Next time you make another positive trade, $3. Okay, $3. This is a green one, $3. Okay, and then next time, what do you have? A loss again. Okay, good. So I have 3 losses, only 2 trades that were positive. But let's count now. You have 6, you have 3 losses. Let's pretend, or let's say that you risked 1% of your trades of your account. Now you have 3% loss, but you also have 6% wins. So why do I show you this? Because even if you are wrong here, the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trade will give you positive. So you don't need to be afraid of losses. Losses are part of the game. Okay, it's probability game. If you can win 5 times out of 10, okay, but every 5 times you make 3x what you risked, you're already positive. Okay, so you need to focus on the techniques and the approaches that I give you guys, because this will help you understand the direction of the market. Now let's go now on USDCAD. Okay, weekly time frame. What did we have on weekly time frame last time? I can go here, choose a winder. Yeah, kind of look the same. No problem. I'll take this one. Okay, what do we have here? If you go on the line chart, what is price doing? Price is creating higher highs and higher lows. You see this? Higher highs and higher lows. This is not a higher high. Liquidity creates a higher high here. Low here inside. This is a low. Where is price going? We're trying to reach this level, but we know price is bearish. Okay, and if we know price is bearish, means what? It means here we should expect price to come into the 50% and then drop lower. Now let's see what we have. So on a weekly time frame, I start by looking at what price is doing. The first thing I have here is I can see we have a supply. It's a point of interest. We can call this supply zone. Okay, this supply zone can push price down, but we reached once and then price went straight bearish. What did we do next time? Next time we opened, price went straight up, couldn't take these highs. We took it last week and then came back and closed inside. So there are 2 ideas. The first one, we are targeting these highs, but we are going to stay inside of the supply zone so we can drop later. Or we could come straight down. Why? Because we rejected like this candle from here. But the thing I want to see here now is if I go on the daily time frame, I can understand one thing. On the daily time frame, I can see that we have started the reversal. Not only there's a supply zone on the day on a weekly time frame, now on the daily time frame we also have one. So this rejection here can confirm that the direction of USD-CAD could go lower next day. Okay, and we know the week stopped here. We could expect to have a bearish week, and maybe this week will start straight with a bearish move. Okay, we have certain levels that should be targeted, like this one here, or we could also have this one here. And if I take all this out just to clear the view, you see how these could be the next target. We have the rejection of this key level here. The rejection of this key level could push price lower, so we can go until we reach the next key level, which is here or here. This engulfment after sweeping liquidity here and turning bearish and then retraced inside but couldn't break up here is just this. It's an up move, sweep, break lower, and then retrace. Now let me show you with this arrow. We have an up move, create a low, create a sweep high, then we broke lower and then retraced here. If you see this, what do you expect? We have a rejection here, and this rejection could predict price going lower. If you take all this and you pair it with this move here, okay, now let's drop on the H4 and see what we could have here, what we should expect to trade after the news that we saw on USD-CAD. If this is my target here, let me go back quickly on the weekly time frame and mark my previous weekly high. This is my previous weekly high. I will take this and mark it here as my previous weekly low. You see, previous weekly low here. Where is my previous weekly low? Okay, here. And this my previous weekly high. Now, as we know, price swept the previous weekly high and then came and closed inside, but closed bullish. Now we have this is the last previous weekly high, and this is the last previous weekly low. If I go on the daily time frame, what do we have? Price has pushed up, rejected from this supply zone, and we start going lower. Now when we have an engulfing like this, we need to go and look on the H4. Did the H4 create the confirmation of the change of direction? We have a change of direction when price that was going up like this start going lower and broke structure. Okay, like this. Did we have this? We had it. So we had a change of direction on H4. Okay, what does that mean? It means if I come here on H4, I can mark this as a break of structure, and this break of structure has confirmed that now I need to go lower. Did we sweep liquidity? We did. These equal highs here were swept by this move up, and then price started going lower. So what we expect to see now is the respect of this previous weekly high and the target of this previous weekly low. What I expect to see on USD-CAD is this week. But I know it's not gonna be the only move. Maybe price will move quickly up here, then drop lower with the news. Okay, because why? Here we have a fair value gap that could pull price up before price return down here. So we need to see it. And also I want to pay attention here. If you go on the daily, we marked this line. This line was what? A key level. And look at the key level here on H4. You see how price reacted, created another engulfment here with a sweep, and then here. And if we go on M15, what I've just marked is another sweep high, change in the state of delivery. If you look at the line chart, you will see how price broke structure. So we have a valid range here. This is a valid range to trade. From here to here, we expect to see price drop lower. Okay, we're going to wait for confirmations, but this is what we're going to look for next time we come on USDCAD. If I see the trade, I will send it. Okay, guys. So this is what I think USDCAD will do. We remember that we have a news on Wednesday. Okay, the Bank of Canada, and we also have a news on Tuesday. So tomorrow on USDCAD, we don't need to trade, but we can analyze how price will behave. So after the news on Tuesday, we can take trades and continue in the direction that the price will show us. Okay, this for USDCAD. Now let's quickly go on EURUSD. From EURUSD, let's go on weekly time frame. What do you have? So we had a bearish week, swept liquidity, price tried to go up but couldn't, and then stopped here. We came here. For this one, okay, it's not very clear, but let's go higher. What do we have on a monthly time frame? Price swept liquidity, came down here, then August finished bullish, but after sweeping this. So we know, and that's what we expect to see price come and look for these highs here in September. So let me mark this as a target. Now we know we have this line. Let's go now on the weekly time frame. Just to help us understand, I went on the higher time frame. Okay, what do we have here? Now it's clear. We have a sweep here, and price is trying to continue higher. Why? Because we are bullish, creating higher highs and higher lows. Okay, and this was a higher low, and maybe price is trying to break this level to continue higher. That's what I see on euro dollar. Okay, so when I see that, I can come here real quick and find a thesis on the daily time frame. Okay, you see how price is moving slow, but I think we're gonna target up here. But before we do that, let's mark the previous weekly high. Okay, so I mean the week that is ending, because today is Sunday. Monday did not start yet, but let's mark already what we had last week. Okay, we had this one. Okay, now we have a high here. This is our previous weekly high, and this is our previous weekly low. Okay, previous weekly low, we come here, and sorry, so now this is a previous weekly low here we have here. Okay, real quick, let's go here. We have previous weekly low, previous weekly high. The monthly, we don't care. Why? Because we already know we are bullish. It's here, previous monthly high. I put this as an orange line. Okay, now if I drop on the daily time frame, what do I have? You see, we are staying here. Couldn't break previous monthly high. We did only last week. So now price has shown strength going up after breaking the previous monthly high, and now we expect to see price continue higher. If I come here and I look for the daily, look at what price did. Price swept liquidity down here, closed above. Now we are trying to continue higher. Okay, what did we see on USDCAD? Remember, it was dropping, right? Now let's look on euro dollar. Euro dollar is supposed to be opposed to the dollar, so it's normal that we had this sweep here, closing up here. Now I'm going to mark these levels so we can find out together if we already have a reversal on the lower time frame. On the lower time frame is H4. Did we have one? Okay, so this is our sweep. Okay, this is our liquidity sweep. This is our close above this level. So this is confirmed as a change in direction. This change in direction, if I go and look on the line chart, you will see price broke structure already. Now we are trying to go up. We came back. We need a point of interest to target these previous highs here. Okay, I must be careful. If this is a liquidity zone, price will take it out first and then continue higher. Okay, so what I'm going to mark here is two arrows. The first one is probably price will come and take these lows, and then from there we can expect price to go up. But let's go on the candle chart and see what we have. What do we have here? We have a fair value gap. This imbalance that price created already rejected price. Now we have the short time target is here, and it's also, we have equal highs here. These equal highs liquidity, it's here. Okay, so we know price is about to continue higher, but we saw how Friday closed. Okay, closed bullish. If you go on the daily time frame, you can see it here. You see how Friday closed bullish, but Thursday confirmed the change in direction. Okay, now if I drop, let me drop again on H4, you can see here that we have this fair value gap, and that could be where price will come again, respect this low if this is a strong low, because if you go on M15, you can see and find out if it's a strong low or not. It is. You see, it's a strong low. But I also know that below here, after this sweep, this is the strongest low. So price could probably come here, respect this demand zone, and from this demand zone, we will see now price bounce. Where is demand zone? Okay, possibly price will come here, or price could stop here. How will I know if price will stop here? I will have to look at what price will do when it reaches that place. Okay, and sometimes you will see price create a reversal like this, sweep liquidity, and then bounce and continue higher. Sometimes you see price action plays out like this. Okay, so this will happen on Monday and Tuesday. I think Monday and Tuesday will give us a bearish move. We don't know where it will stop, but as soon as we see the stop and then price start moving up, we can buy for the rest of the week. Okay, and it's the same thing on GBPUSD. Now let me mark this here. Okay, we have two scenarios, and we can see price continue high. Okay, now when you go on GBPUSD, what do you have on GBPUSD? Let me quickly go on. I'm trying to find if there's someone who asked me something specific in the chats. Okay, let's go. Now here, oh, it's very clear. GBPUSD is better. Look at how the week ended. The week ended with a bullish move, so we expect price to go and look for these highs. This is our target. So we have this low here. This could be maybe swept, and then from there price can go up. So we have previous weekly low, and we also have previous weekly high. Now from here, okay, what do I see? I see price swept this candle and this one and this one and stopped inside of an engulfment. Do you see that? This is an engulfment. Engulfment means when you have a candle that's another candle covered completely, like here. Okay, and when you have that, that is just a confirmation that price will continue for a short time in the direction of this big candle here, and that's what happened. So when I have a sweep like this, after knowing that we are going up and we are bullish, I know price has turned. This was a pullback. Now we continue higher. Move, pullback, move, pullback, move, pullback. That's how we know the pullback has ended when the manipulation occur from the retracement. So we had expansion, retracement, manipulation. We expect another expansion. So here, if I go on a monthly time frame, you will see we have a target. We have a clear target here, which is a monthly target. Let's mark this here like this, and price will probably continue up here until we reach the orange line. So when I go on H4, what do I see on H4? You see how the weekly created this small range, but we are bullish and price already broke the structure. From this sweep that we have here, let's put a red line on it. Okay. This red line, when you go on H4, did it create a breakout structure? It did. Here and then here. You have these two breakout structure. That is just a confirmation that price could continue higher. And you can see how price came back inside the fair value gap. And from this fair value gap, we already had a rejection, okay? That rejection is proving that price wants to continue higher. Short-term goal will be here, the red line, and that's what price could do. But you know, if the week wanna go up, it will start with a bearish move and then continue higher. Okay, the orange line is up here. Where is it? You see, we have a bigger goal that we could go look for, but this week I think price will go bullish. Okay, this is GBPUSD. EURUSD, you know already, same thing. USDCAD is gonna be a drop. Okay, and yeah, I'm not gonna trade USDJPY because it's on Friday. USDCHF, I will use it as opposition to GBPUSD. If GBPUSD is going up, USDJPY will go down. Okay, same thing here. We have a daily engulfed, rejected. We had a breakout structure already. Look, price has come back and retested this level, pushing lower. So this was just a retracement. We are targeting these lows here on USD CHF. Okay, guys, I think that's it. So I will quickly look at the gold. Gold is moving up until we see any strong retracement. But you can see the expansion is now losing a little bit of momentum. I think we will have a small pause and then manipulation, and then we continue higher. On gold, I will maybe send buys, but I need some confirmation, and then I can send good trades. Daily, we had this sweep, and then price continue higher. On H4, we already had a breakout structure. Yeah, and you can see it here. Okay, you have this. We are waiting for price to break this level so we can validate on H4. And if on Monday price break this level, it means gold will continue higher. Okay, we have a short-term goal here, and as we are on all-time high, we expect price to continue higher. Okay, so I'm not trading gold specifically, but I will trade all the other forex pairs. So that's it, guys. I hope you had some value. I will post this call on the YouTube channel like usual. For those who have question, you can text me on the Psycho app. My call will end up soon. Thank you everyone for being present. Thanks for your presence, your participation. Let's have a call on Tuesday. My call will be on Tuesday. Please keep that on your calendar. Tuesday, not Monday. Next call on Tuesday, and the other one will be on Thursday, 1 p.m. Okay, Eastern Standard Time. So thank you again, everyone. Let's meet on Tuesday. God bless you all, guys. Bye bye. Thank you. USDCAD, EURUSD, and GBPUSD. Allez, bye bye. You guys.